Can you hear me? Can you hear me just fine? Mm-hmm. All right, cool. What's up, Matt? My name's Alex with Finding STAX podcast, and we're speaking to Matt Pryor, and I have my buddy Steve Dave here.
Steve Dave? Wait.
No, I'm not that one. I know you're a fan. I know you're a fan of all Kevin Smith podcasts. Do you ever listen to Tell Him Steve Dave? It never missed an episode.
Dude, I was just listening to that literally 15 minutes ago when I was making dinner.
Yeah, I listened to it earlier today. I actually got to go meet those dudes.
Oh, nice.
Well, except Brian.
Well, I met Brian at the Alamo City Comic Con.
Oh, yeah.
They're nice. They're nice guys.
And Ming has been on the podcast before, on this one.
Yeah.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I interviewed him for... Do you watch Comic Book Men?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, badass. Yeah, so just seeing...
I am not up to date. I've only seen the ones that are on Netflix, so I guess that's what, season
okay,
4,
well,
up to season 4?
Yeah, I believe so. The one that... I guess the opening one, when was it? Like a month, probably like a few weeks ago.
Yeah.
We had Rob Bruce. You know who Rob Bruce is, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, he was on the show too.
Our show, yeah.
And
nice.
Your
show just got way cooler in my eyes.
Yeah, I mean that dude is kick ass. Like the way you would think, like he's just all into collecting and everything. We actually, he's doing like a horror con up in Jersey. And so, I mean, he used to work at CBGB's. He did the lights for like Metallica and Blondie and stuff like that during like when no one was there, like on a Wednesday, Thursday nights kind of thing. But man, he's got some kick-ass stories.
Oh, I can imagine.
But yeah, okay, so just
I'm always like every time I'm in like that part of Jersey, I'm always like, I wonder if the guys would come out to the show if I hit him up on Twitter, and I'm always too scared to do it.
No, I'm pretty sure they would do it, man.
Brian will for sure. Walt probably not, but Brian will.
Right. Because I'm like, oh yeah, Get a Kids got a sold out show at the Stone Pony in Asbury Park. It's like 20 minutes from the Stash, and I'm like, nah, he wouldn't want to go.
Oh, fuck yeah, they will. So will Rob Bruce. He'll probably come too.
Yeah, Rob Bruce used to be in a pop punk band.
What?
That was Ryan.
Oh, Ryan.
Yeah, that was his buddy Ryan.
Oh, I'm sorry. We had Ryan Scott Weber and Rob Bruce. Okay, sorry. The two guys that were on, he had the pop punk band. Sorry. Okay. Well, it would have been cooler if he did, but I'm just kidding.
I don't know. It's pretty fucking cool.
So where are you guys?
We're in San Antonio. Well, outside of San Antonio, in Boerne, Texas.
Oh, nice.
So, You've been through here more than a handful of times.
San Antonio, I've only been to maybe 3 or 4 times.
Yeah, you were here for like the 10-year anniversary.
Yeah, we played at that White Rabbit joint.
Right.
That was a fun show.
Yeah, that place is no longer. Well, it's still there. They just call it Paper Tiger.
Okay,
but it's a
next week.
It's a pretty cool venue. We're actually going to go next week to go check out Connor Oberst.
Oh, nice.
He's playing there. So sorry, can I just geek out for like a minute or something?
If you must.
I mean, I know you get this a lot, but I'm like, I've been a fan of yours since like 99, 2000. I was like 16, 17 years old. You know, just trying to find myself, trying to find music. I was playing in like cover bands of like a Rage Against the Machine cover band, and
nice.
I couldn't play any instruments. I was only singing, well, trying to, really just yelling.
Right.
So my friends and I, we would just try to find, who can come up with the coolest music, who can bring the coolest music to our little group of friends. And so we would always challenge each other. And my girlfriend at the time, she was like, hey, check out this band. they're called the Get Up Kids. I'm like, the Get Up. I thought it said the Ghetto Kids. I'm like, the Ghetto.
Yeah, we get that a lot.
Yeah, I'm sure. And I'm like, well, the Ghetto Kids. I mean, why not? But I listened to the Woodson EP, and I heard the first song I remember listening to was Mass Pike, and I just fucking fell in love. And then from then on, nice. I was just a fan, and I've been a fan of the band for since then, like for years and years and years, and stuff that you've done outside of that, like the new Amsterdams and then your own single stuff. And then don't you have like another one where you do like Terrible Twos, where you do?
Yeah, I did when my kids were younger. I did a couple like kids. I mean, they're kids albums, but it's basically it's the new Amsterdams, but the songs are about like dinosaurs and bugs and shit.
That's fucking cool.
You should check it out. Your 4-year-old might like it a lot, actually.
I'll do that.
I think it's on Spotify. You still there?
Yeah, I'm here.
Okay. I think it's on Spotify. I think it's under Terrible Twos and The Terrible Twos. Like, one record's under one and one's got a the on it. So,
is there a place where we can buy it?
Probably.
Probably like Amazon or something like that.
Yeah.
We'll go that route.
Yeah.
Electronic Bay. I don't know.
Yeah,
I don't know.
Steve was like, "What is that?"
I was like, "Holy shit! There's a new one out there. What is that?"
Oh, sorry. That's a Ron Swanson joke.
I fucking love Ron Swanson. Are you into carpentering?
I'm very poor at it. I can build. Let's see. I can build a garden box because it's square.
Hell yeah! I tried that too.
I can build a shitty fence.
Nice.
And
you're all in a shitty clubhouse in a tree.
Yeah, I can build a shitty clubhouse. I can build a shitty box. I can build a shitty bookshelf. So yeah, I'm into carpentry.
Mostly IKEA, but whatever.
My handyman skills are more like, wrapping things in duct tape if they break. And it's kind of like farm handy. Like I know how to build like tomato cages and stuff like that.
Is that because you worked on a farm?
I worked on a farm, and then we grow a lot of food at our palatial estate. And you're in Lawrence, is that right? Yes.
How's that? Do you guys get a lot of? Have you ever seen a tornado?
I haven't seen a tornado since I was a kid. But, I mean, we get them. Lawrence doesn't really get them. It's really rare. It's something to do with, it's something that the I don't remember what the term for it is, but it's something that the Native Americans in this valley knew about. That basically that even though we're in like the heart of like Tornado Alley, like the tornadoes always either go north or south of us. They almost never come through Lawrence.
Oh, is it like your sea level maybe?
I don't know, but
I'll figure it out.
I mean, there could be a tornado touching down 6 miles from here, and it's not even raining here. So
yeah, that shit freaks me out ever since Twister, and rest in peace, Bill Paxton.
Bill Paxton, yep.
Man, that dude was amazing.
You're stewed, but what?
Yeah. I think it's the same cow. What is it? Isn't that what the girl said? Anyway, so hey, what were you like as a kid? Like, were you very mischievous? Getting into shit?
I mean, I was pretty introverted. My mom says I was really angry. I don't really remember that. But, yeah, I was just kind of, I don't know, I was just kind of a misfit. I kept to myself a lot. Didn't have a whole lot of friends. So
is that, I mean, did you put that focus into, like, listening to music or?
Oh, yeah. I got into, like kind of like mid 80s like glam metal. Like I still am a big Motley Crue fan.
Are you really?
Oh yeah.
Kickstart my heart.
Like and then like that and like Guns N' Roses and all that kind of stuff. And I was just I had a mullet and had subscriptions to like Rip magazine and Metal Edge and stuff. And
Steve, my buddy Steve Dave here, he had a mullet. Well, rat tail. That's the same thing, right, Steve?
It's not quite the same thing. I had a mullet because I was in Catholic school, and they wouldn't let you grow your hair past your collar. So I would grow the back of my hair as long as I could just so that I could have longer hair.
Are you still trying for that look now, or that ship sailed?
Yeah. I haven't had long hair since sophomore year of high school.
So around that time, like, okay, so I always try to ask this randomly, but what was the first song that you ever heard that you were like, shit, I want to like pursue, or not pursue, but I want to play guitar too, or play drums, or cello, or piano, like whatever it was. What was that song?
I mean, I played drums originally, and I think it's because I wanted to be Tommy Lee.
That makes sense.
Who I still say is a really good drummer. But yeah, I got kind of frustrated because you can't really write songs on the drums.
Right.
And so my mom had a classical acoustic guitar in the attic, and so I got it out and I taught myself how to play guitar.
That's so badass, man. So what was the song that you learned on guitar? What was the first one that you were like really proud of?
Jesus, I don't know.
Just something simple. Like mine was what was it? The remake from Marilyn Manson, the Sweet Dreams. Like it's so there. You know what I mean?
You know what? Yeah, I think it was probably Wave of Mutilation by the Pixies, but the slow version, the one that's on the Pump Up the Volume soundtrack.
Okay.
Because I mean that movie came out when I was in like 5th or 6th grade, and so I was really into that.
That movie is kind of what we're doing right now.
Yeah, you're doing pirate radio.
That's right. So, how many instruments do you play, and what was the first one you learned?
I play guitar. I can write songs on piano and like banjo and ukulele and mandolin and that kind of shit. I can. No, I know I can physically play the drums, but I can't do it well. And yeah, that's about it. I mean, I kind of consider myself I'm a songwriter. I'm not really a musician. So I kind of can bullshit my way. I could probably write a song on anything. I just have to like find figure out how to play 3 of the chords.
So is that where
except for like a woodwind or something.
Right.
Or a brass instrument, because that's just like, that doesn't make any sense to me at all.
I've always wanted to learn how to play the trumpet. I think it just sounds so fucking cool. Maybe it's the Hispanic heritage in me, but
yeah, your mariachi roots.
Yeah, exactly. I just want to just bust it out one day and just, hey, you guys want to hear something cool, and then just play Get Up Kid song on my trumpet. I don't know.
I'll accompany you on the recorder.
Oh God! Can you actually play the recorder?
Nobody can.
Yeah, I can play Mary Had a Little Lamb. Right?
Awesome. So can my kids.
So is that where, because you said just a minute ago that you could write songs pretty much basically on anything. So you have something up on your website that says, have Matt Pryor write you a song.
Is that downright?
Yeah. Downright. It's my store is closed right now, but pay me money, I'll write you a song.
That's fine.
And people can just go through your website to get that accomplished?
Yeah, I mean, you're probably better off going to downright.com downright with a W. Or there's always like links on my Facebook and Twitter and stuff.
How did you get involved with doing that?
Well, I kind of thought of my friend Max Bemis from Say Anything does this like song shop thing that he's done for forever, which is the same deal. And hang on a second, what is it? I think your phone's over by where my phone usually is.
Damn dog.
But so Max did it, and I talked to him about it, and he was like, "Yeah, it's awesome. It's like easy money."
You're talking about Max Bemis?
Huh?
Max Bemis, right? Or Bemis?
Bemis.
Bemis, yeah.
But I was a little nervous, like just do it on my own, in case nobody wanted any, and I'd feel like an idiot. So then my friend Bob Nana from Braid was starting this, basically like a company that facilitated this, and I was like, okay, let's do it through that, because that way, if it tanks, it's not my fault.
Right.
And now it's a big part of my job. So, for the last 3-4 years.
Cool.
That's pretty badass. So, do you have your own, obviously you do, but do you have your own dedicated studio for doing all this?
Yeah, I record. I have a rehearsal studio in my garage, and then mostly I just record in my office in the house, because it's primarily like single vocal, single acoustic guitar kind of thing.
Just single tracks, right?
Yeah, so it's pretty low maintenance.
Unless you want to do the $500 and just get the whole damn band involved. So is that like, what band are you referring to? Or is that you personally?
It's me. But what I do is I have like 10, maybe it's more than that, different like full songs worth of like sessions of drums. And so what I do is I kind of like take a drum track and I build the song depending on what they want. Like if they want like a rock song, then I have like 5 different rock drum track songs, and then I build the song around that.
Oh, I see what you're saying. So you have at least a little template. So you're not trying to write technically it is all from scratch, but you have kind of like a basis to go off of, right?
Well, yeah. There's only so many chords on a guitar,
Yeah.
But to me, the big thing that like really personalizes it is that all the lyrics are really personal. And so, like, if you want to write a song about your, one of your kids, and you give me all the things that like they're into, the silly words they say, or the pet names you have for them, then I can work that into a song, mm-hmm. and it might be a similar instrumentation or a similar chord structure to somebody else's song, but that'll be, it'll still be personal for you.
Yeah. So you write the lyrics part. You just like
yeah.
Oh, okay.
Well,
cool.
I write the whole thing. It's just you fill out a form that's just kind of like, what do you want this to be about?
Okay.
And I've had to tweak it over the years of like, how do you pronounce that person's name? It's like.
You
Maya,
break it down.
Is it Maya or Maya or or whatever? Because sometimes in the past I've had to like redo songs because they're like.
You said it wrong, buddy.
Yeah, and so that's just and then that's it. But at the same time, it's like you're getting a personalized song. You're not going to get Bohemian Rhapsody for $100. You know what I mean? Like it's
true. So
it's but what you're going to get is you're going to like get something that's really personal and something.
It's fucking Matt Pryor singing.
I try to make them like super catchy and super easy, so that like if you play guitar, you could sing it to your wife or whatever on your own. You know what I mean?
Yeah. So if we can do it this way, like if I have a song and I just send you the tracks of it, like the 4 or 5 tracks, can you record vocals on top of that and then send it back, that kind of thing? Or is that not?
Yeah, am I right? Do you want me to write lyrics to it?
No, I'm saying like me personally, like I write songs all the time, and like they don't really see the light of day really, like more than 80% of the time. But I'm just saying, like if I'm like, hey, I'm not that great of a singer. I can hold the note, but what if you could be like, hey, I can sing along to the background, like the way you did with the new EP that you did with I believe it's Gail, the first song on your EP with Dan. You know how you kind of, you obviously harmonize like in the chorus, and then so like you do that kind of thing, or you can do that, or does that make sense?
Yeah, it does, and that's fine. I kind of like reserve the right that if I genuinely don't like your song,
yeah. You could be like, nah, it's cool, dog.
But that hasn't happened very. There was one that was like a kids music record that was kind of, I don't know. I didn't really. But I was like, well, fuck it. It's a kid's record. Who gives a shit?
That's pretty funny. You're like,
but
hey, I just went ahead and tore up that entire song and just scratched it, and I I made this whole new song. And you're like, okay, cool. So.
Well, yeah.
Right. So
I reserve the right to do that.
Hey, well, speaking about kids, do your kids play any instruments?
Yeah, my youngest plays drums, and my middle boy plays piano and guitar. And then he's actually been getting into writing. Like, he's a big gamer, and so he's been writing like video game scores in GarageBand.
Oh, cool.
And then my daughter, my oldest, is she's an aspiring singer-songwriter, and she's actually been out on tour with me and Dan, and she's been performing and then like doing her own set, and then also like harmonizing with me on a couple songs and playing with me.
So is that her singing on that new EP with you guys?
No, that's actually on the one with Dan.
Yeah.
That's actually Dan's daughter.
Oh, really?
Sophie. I wanted to have my kids on it, but we just couldn't. The time we had to like really rush to get that thing done. So, because it's one of those like, hey, we're going on tour. Yeah, we should do a 7-inch, and then
Oh, right. Yeah. How about we just do a couple songs first?
Right. So yeah, but on my new solo record, my daughter sings on it a bunch, and she actually plays bass on it too, because she plays bass in her high school orchestra.
How badass is that to get to play with your kid?
It's cool, man. It's good. I mean, it feels really normal to me right now. You know what I mean? Because we've been doing it for a while, but
with like the touring and stuff like that.
Yeah, we did the first leg of the tour, and she came out and she did great. She sold all of her merch.
Oh, no way.
When you're all old and feeble and looking back at your life, those are going to be some of the big standout highlights. That's amazing.
Yeah, if I can remember anything.
Hey, does Lawrence still have a recording studio at the public library?
Yes.
It's badass.
And
who runs it? Doesn't your buddy run it?
My friend Ed Rose, who we've recorded with a bunch, used to run it, but I guess he's not anymore. I don't know who is now, but basically anybody in the county, or it might be the state, who has a valid library card with no overdue fees on it can record, like, I think it's like 2 sessions a month there.
No way.
It's like a nice, it's a small, like, Pro Tools studio, but I mean, you can do, it's got drums and a bunch of different amps and guitars and synthesizers and stuff.
Pack your bags, Alex.
Yeah.
You're moving to Lawrence,
I guess we're moving to Lawrence. My office is too echoey.
I've only been to Kansas once, and it was Kansas City.
Yeah.
I went to, there's a sunken steamboat there. Did they turn it into a museum, like the Arabia or something?
Yeah, it's in the what the hell's that part of town? It's where the farmers market was. What's the part of town in Kansas City where the steamboat Arabia is? River Market. That's what it's called.
Have you been there?
Sorry.
Have you been to that?
Oh yeah.
Oh man, that was so amazing. It's like a whole Walmart just sank. It's
really?
Just amazing. It's really cool.
Yeah, there's a really great, like, Greasy Spoon diner. I don't know if it's still there or not, but when we were in high school, we used to skip school and go to that diner. It's like around the corner from there.
Oh, sweet.
Hey, so I wanted to move on to the music and the whole recording process. So you've written a shit ton of songs, like a lot, as far as your collaborations with, I mean, the band, the Get Up Kids, New Amsterdams, your own solo stuff. Where do you get all this inspiration from? Like right when you're
writing process.
How does that process start? Like, are you just sitting on the toilet and you're like, oh shit, I got a thing.
No, I approach it more. I will keep like sayings or like turn of phrases like in my head. Sometimes I'll write them down on my phone. But no, I treat it more like a writing gig. Like if you were, like a script, like if you were writing a script or a book. And I like, when it's time to write, I sit down at my desk and I I just do it, and I have to figure out what I'm writing about. So one of the reasons Downright's so easy is because I don't have to think of anything to write about. Everyone else,
they do it for you, basically.
Yeah.
So can you read music?
Poorly, but no. Again, that's why I don't really consider myself a musician. I consider myself a songwriter. But I mean, it's more of a discipline, honestly, than like I don't understand. I mean, whatever works for you, but I don't understand people who like wait around for inspiration. Just kind of like, you gotta fucking find it, man.
Yeah, you do it yourself, right? You go out and find it yourself.
I make my own.
Right. That's a good fucking way to do it. I mean, just waiting, like just sitting around, fucking couch potato kind of thing. No, I'm just waiting. Yeah, I don't think that really works.
Well, and then, collaborating with people too, sometimes it's just kind of like, oh, what's this? Oh, yeah, okay, blah, blah, blah. I'm just like, la, 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 sing something out. Yeah, let's hold that G a little bit longer because that works better with the melody I have going on in my head. And then kind of like, boom, 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 and then I can write lyrics around that.
Yeah.
So
you do lyrics first, generally? Lyrics first, and then...
With the downright stuff, yes. With
your personal stuff?
Not really, no. They're usually second.
Okay. So you have these collaborations with like Chris Conley and James, I don't know how to pronounce his last name, Deweese from Reggie. Deweese, Reggie, Dan, obviously, from Alkaline Trio.
James is in the Get Up Kids, too, right?
Yeah, I know that.
Okay.
Yeah. Yeah, what album? He came in on, like, in the middle of an EP, right? And then didn't you have him go back and do, like, the 4-minute
Actually,
mono?
the first thing he ever played on of ours was Mass Pike.
Oh, really? Oh, okay. Because,
yeah.
I mean, I know at the beginning, I'm like, how did they get that so early? I guess because that was, like, a mixture of songs, right? Like, there were, like, singles, I guess, or whatever is what came of that mess. What's an EP?
There was an EP that came out in 1996. It was the Woodson EP. It was 4 songs, which was actually 2 7-inches on 2 different labels, and then all 4 songs on 1 CD on Doghouse. And then later on, we did another EP that was the Red Letter Day EP that came out in 1990.
That's 8, right? 98.
And that's excuse me. That's the kind of like precursor to Something Right Home About, and that's the first time that we worked with James.
So who came up with the idea to be like, hey, let's bring in them synths? Like, was it just like a whole band thing, or was it?
Oh, I mean, we've always been into like the Rentals and like That Dog and Weezer and back in the day.
Yeah.
And it was just kind of like, yeah, why not? Well, and then we were also hanging out with that band, The Anniversary, before they were called The Anniversary, and it was kind of like Rob, our bass player, started to like collect synthesizers and stuff, and it was just kind of like, yeah, let's.
Like, do you know how to play those? And he's like, sure.
I mean, I still don't know. Those things are so weird to me.
If you ever get a chance, and then if you on Hulu, there was I guess it ran on PBS, but there's this whole like sound. I think it's called Sound Breaking. And it breaks down like every like genre of music, and it talks about like just the old school vocals, how it's just vocals, and there's a whole episode dedicated to just electronica and synths and everything, and it's the coolest fucking episode, and it still amazes me how they make all those fucking sounds. There was a lot of Devo and shit like that, but it was pretty cool. So
I will say that is interesting. I will tell you from experience, I think one of the layers of hell is just someone trying to tune a Moog Prodigy. And so they're like, because you have to tune it like with a guitar tuner. It's just like
yeah, put some headphones on.
It's horrible. It's like fork on a chalkboard. It's awful. Thank Christ they've digitized all that shit now, so you don't have to tune them anymore.
So now, I mean, that you have all these collaborations, who is the one person or band that you're kind of like, man, if I want to seek these guys out, or this person or girl or guy, like who is that one person artist that you'd be really like excited about, or maybe you have already done it. You know what I mean?
I don't know that I've ever really thought about that. I have always wanted to do. There's a lot of really good bands and songwriters and performers here in Lawrence, and I've always I don't know if I'll ever do it, but I've always kind of wanted to do like a collaboration record where like each song was like me working with a different local group or band or songwriter. But I mean, it's a logistical nightmare.
The scene there is still pretty alive and kicking.
Yeah, I mean, there's a lot of music here, and it trickles down into like my kids' generation. Like my daughter plays shows around town all the time. She played one today. She played one they had a Day Without a Woman rally.
So right.
She played like half an hour set.
So did you guys ever, like, I mean, I don't know if you guys did or not, or if you want to answer, but did Get Up Kids or New Amsterdams, was there like ever a breakup, or was there just like just a break?
Well, I quit the Get Up Kids in 2004. We officially broke up in 2005. And then we got back together in 2009.
And then you put out I forgot what the name of the record was, but
There Are Rules was the record that came out.
Yes, okay.
In 2011. And then we took an open-ended break at the end of that touring cycle for Jim to go back to school. And now that he's out of school, he's decided he doesn't want to be a geologist. He wants to be in a band. So now we're writing songs again.
Yeah, that's where I was getting at. That's fucking badass.
I heard somebody once describe the Get Up Kids like as 5 silverback gorillas all in one room.
Apparently, we have a reputation for fighting with each other.
Well, the funny thing about that quote is that it was said by you. And I was just wondering if you still felt that way. I think you were talking about the writing process specifically.
Oh yeah, it's 5 type A personalities who all want to be right and have various degrees of.
Because everybody's fucking good, right?
Yeah.
Everybody's.
I mean, everyone has their strengths, so it's just kind of like. But it's a painful process, sometimes. You kind of learn over the years not to get too like butthurt about stuff, but I kind of liken it to like Voltron, where it's just like we're much more powerful when we all like finally unite into one thing. And but yeah, sometimes getting to that point is like you just want to rip your hair out.
So I mean,
but at this point, it's been over 20 years, so we all know what it is. You know what I mean? Like it's like I know you don't really think I'm an asshole. Well, you might, but you're still willing.
You guys still consider each other like brothers, though, right? I mean, you have to, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
So you guys are going to be touring, correct? Or I don't know if you're touring as of right now, but I saw like recently over this past weekend that you guys are playing at this fucking massive, I guess a gig, but for over a weekend on April 8th and 9th, called When We Were Young.
Yeah, I'm not real stoked on the name.
Yeah, right. You're like, but we're still pretty viable and vibrant.
Yeah, so. when we were young. So I'm gonna come out in like a walker. And like
that'd be so badass if you really.
You really should do that.
But yeah, the only thing that officially is on the books right now is that show, and we're gonna do some studio time before we go out there, and then we're trying to get to South America this year because we've never been.
Wow.
and then we're kind of trying to figure out what all we want to do, because everyone's real busy with their other wives, including their actual wives, and so
I mean,
we shall see.
Does everybody have careers? Like, do you got, or is it just but I mean, is your just primary focus on songwriting and touring and
Well, yeah, I mean, my career is as a songwriter, and so like I do solo stuff, I do some collaborations, I do downright stuff. I'll do some like web, like concerts and things through this website called Stage It. And then like my most recent solo record came out like 2-3 weeks ago. And so I've been doing this tour with Dan to promote that. So yeah, a little bit of this, a little bit of that.
Can we play one of the songs off your new album at the end of this episode?
Sure, man.
Which one would you prefer?
Well, it depends. How bad do you want to bum everybody out?
Hey, yeah. Man, this you're the artist.
The record's fucking sad, dude.
The lyrics probably, but the music is upbeat.
No, it's not.
No?
It's real sad. I wrote this record after like my stepdad died, my grandma died, family friend died, all like within 6 months of each other.
Oh shit.
And I was just like, oh fuck. I got, sort of memorialize them. I would go with the song Mary. It's the first song on the record. It's probably the strongest one. But it's a fucking bummer. So it's a really pretty bummer, but
I mean that
was my nickname in high school. Pretty bummer.
Pretty bummer.
Oh, you know what? You can use that as your new band name.
There you go. I have a new band name though.
Did y'all come up with one already?
Yeah. Well, I don't know if I'm supposed to say.
Well, because I saw one because I saw you had posted an Instagram thing, and then you posted a mug that said 100% Catholic, and I saw a comment on there that was like, new band name.
Oh no, not for me. I'm a 100% recovering Catholic.
That's funny, man. So are you guys gonna do like a I guess like a, I don't know, like a video, like a documentary of like the 20 years, because you guys have been a band for 20 years. So you guys have to
20 this year will be 22.
Oh right, okay.
Never mind then.
Yeah, never mind. Scratch that question. I'm just kidding. So are you guys gonna put together like kind of like a video or something that you can?
We've always been real shitty about stuff like that. Like it's hard enough for us to get together and write songs and play songs, let alone agree on the edit of a video.
Right. So that's why you let someone else do it.
I mean, if someone wanted to make a documentary that we didn't have to pay for, that would be awesome. But other than that, probably not.
Well,
hey Matt, can I ask you, like, since you guys have been together for 20 plus years, and you've been into music for a lot longer than that, how did you find new bands before the internet and social media? Like, how did you find your new shit?
Magazines, and then there was a really great record store in Kansas City called Recycled Sounds that I actually had the pleasure to work at for a little bit. But a fella named Jim Kaiser, who actually passed away this year, was like kind of like the big brother, at least for me, like the big brother who was just like, oh no, you gotta check this out. Oh no, you gotta check this out. Oh no, you gotta check this out.
Yeah, that's awesome.
And but a lot of it also was just my own like digging, because it's like, so from being into glam metal, you can kind of easily make that jump into like 70s stuff like T-Rex and Bowie and excuse me.
So hey, I'm sorry. Is that you? Is that you coughing? Is that you coughing all the time in the new Amsterdam album, like in the first one, in the very first record?
Probably. I think so.
I love it. Sorry, go ahead. Go on with your story. Sorry.
I cough. I sing for a living, so I cough all the time.
Right. Yeah. Okay. Sorry.
But kind of like getting from like the heavy metal stuff, then getting into like Metallica, then Metallica covering the Misfits, and I get into the Misfits, and then somewhere along the line you find Bad Religion, and then from Bad Religion you can sort of extrapolate into like Fugazi, and then Fugazi just, my head explodes at that point.
Exactly, yeah. So, I mean, who are you... Because, I mean, I know that it's kind of competitive out there, but, I mean, who are you trying to... Like a friendly...
Not for me.
A friendly competition kind of thing. Like, is there someone like, hey, this guy's doing pretty awesome shit. Like, I can do that. I mean, like, someone that's like Max Bemis that's doing his stuff, or Chris Conley that's doing...
Honestly, I don't really get jealous like that, at least not anymore. I don't know if I ever did, but I'm sure I did. Excuse me. But I just kind of go like, ooh, that's good.
Yeah. Like,
if it's a friend, then it's like, good for them, man. This record's awesome. But if it's someone I don't even know, it's kind of like, oh man, I want to write songs like the Japan Droids and Beach Slang now. You know, I'm just like,
yeah, Japan Droids are pretty good. I was listening to them a couple weeks ago. They're pretty damn good.
But yeah, I just get kind of inspired by it. I don't really feel competitive about it.
Yeah.
So you don't have a Keeping Up with the Joneses type of
mentality.
Oh, I'm way too old for that shit.
All
right.
We had this kind of unspoken rivalry with the Promise Ring in like the late 90s. But
did you really?
It wasn't a real thing.
What about Weezer? Did you guys toured with them, right?
I don't have a rivalry with Weezer. They're the only band I've toured with for a month and never met.
What?
Yeah, tell that story. That's a hilarious story.
What do you mean?
We toured with Weezer for an entire month, and I never met... We met the bass player, who has since died of a heroin overdose, but that's it. Like, I never met Rivers, I never met Brian, I never met Pat. Like, it was just... We were just... You know, they're weird.
Very great songwriters, but very fucking weird.
Yeah, I mean, you know, I don't know. I used to talk a lot of shit, but just because it's a funny story, and people like love Weezer so much that it's fun just to be like, no, they're kind of dicks, you know. But which I can't even. I mean, that was so long ago now. Like, I can't even say they were dicks. They weren't anything. You know what I mean?
It's like they never came out of their big fancy bus or anything like that to talk to the guys.
Well, I mean, we had a bus too, but it was still like, it was just I don't know. Like, compare it to like the month before that tour, we toured with Green Day, like opening for Green Day.
Oh, really?
And
yeah.
First day, fucking guy comes up and goes, "Hey, I'm Billy Joe," and I'm like, I know who the fuck you are. Like.
You don't have to tell me.
But he was super cool, and he's like, "Hey, you guys are in a van. Want to go guitar shopping in your van?" And I'm like, "Yeah, guitar shopping with Billy Joe."
Are you serious? So did he? I mean, obviously his shit was he can afford more shit at that time, probably, right? So I mean,
well, yeah, and then people just give him shit. I mean, I don't know. That was a long time ago. I'm sure they still do.
Hall of Fame. But you can say you fucking toured with a Rock and Roll Hall of Fame band. I mean, that's pretty fucking cool, I guess. So looking back at all your music that you've done, as far as like with the Get Up Kids, like the Woodson EP, the 4 Minute Mile, which I'm still trying to accomplish to this day, is a 4 Minute Mile, only because of your record. So thank you. It's pushing me.
It's hard.
Yeah, no, I know. I got to 8 minutes, so I'm halfway there. So when you hear it now, like, do you like kind of cringe at any of this stuff, or do you feel like, shit, man, I wish we can redo this part, or maybe you can, like, you will redo it, or?
Well, we've never liked the way 4 Minute Miles sounded, because we recorded it, the whole record we recorded and mixed in 2.5 days.
Oh my God.
And
so yeah, that one you obviously can say, yes, there's a lot of shit you can do different.
Well, and it's just kind of like, it's very rushed, and it's sort of like, I mean, that's part of its charm, is that it's sloppy as shit, but it's like...
But it's beautiful, it's raw, you can fucking hear it. And that's great, except that when you, I don't know, for me, I'm like, yeah, the vocals sound terrible. But, I think they're fun.
I like the songs. You know, I still like the songs. And from what I've been told, we got those master tapes back a couple of years ago, and the Pope brothers fired up the master tapes at our studio, and they were like, "This record sounds awesome." And I was like, "Really?" Like, I thought for 20 years that record sounded like garbage, but maybe I'm wrong. Maybe it just needs to be remixed.
Yeah, well, you can just do that too. But I mean, it's okay. So that album, obviously. How about any of your solo stuff?
What about it?
Like, do you think that you could have done something probably different, or do you like the same thing with the 4 Minute Mile that you love that rawness? Because I mean, obviously you're recording it by yourself, so were you able to take your time on it? And
it depends on. Yeah, I mean, nothing. I mean, something to learn from that 4 Minute Mile thing is that, like, you know, it's sometimes when you rush things, you know, yeah, they sound raw, but sometimes they don't necessarily sound good. And so I'm in a position now where it's just like I'm not in a hurry. You know what I mean? Like, I'd rather wait and do it right than like hurry up and put it out. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
There's yeah. I don't know. I don't know if that answers your question or not.
No, it does. Yeah, because I mean, obviously the longer you take, but then at the same time, the more time you take, you might get into your head too much and be like,
"Oh yeah,
this is never going to be perfect." And when at the beginning, like the first couple takes, the demos or whatever, they sounded just fucking fine. But then it just keeps.
Well, I
dragging
mean,
on.
we've done that too. The song, we have a Connecticut song called "Campfire Kansas." It's the demo because we kept trying to re-record it, and we did it like 1,000 times, and it was just like, it still doesn't sound as cool as Jim's shitty demo. And so let's throw some Christmas on Jim's demo, and that's what we ended up using. You know, sometimes they call it demo magic. Sometimes it just works.
No, I mean, because you can tell, like, that acoustic sounds kind of far away. It sounds like it was recorded just like not professional. No offense, but it just sounds like you're sitting around a fucking campfire, and it sounds fucking.
Yeah, well, I mean, it's called Campfire Kansas.
Exactly.
We didn't know, like, Jim never named the song. It was called, like, what was it called? I don't remember. It didn't have a name. And we just kept calling it the Campfire Song because it sounds like he's singing around a campfire.
Exactly.
And we did the demo in Kansas, and then when we made the record in Connecticut, we had Jim's Campfire Song Connecticut or Jim's Campfire Song Kansas is what it was labeled on the
like the whiteboard or something.
Yeah. And so then it's just like, well, let's just fuck it, just call it Campfire Kansas. And then it got to the point where Jim's like, I don't know. And I'm like, all right, well, you have till Thursday to come up with a better name. Otherwise, that's what it's called.
It's a beautiful song, man. I mean, you guys obviously all write the songs, but I mean, the majority. That
one's all Jim. He wrote. That's, you know. I mean, we put some oohs and ahs and some piano on it, but I mean,
yeah,
that's his baby.
But yeah, that's a great song.
That's why we make him play it every fucking night.
Hey, can you tell us about how you handled? I believe you had an intern like go rogue at a recording studio and leak a bunch of shit. Like, how did you handle that?
I just accept it. I mean, that was after I wasn't part of the studio anymore, and I just kind of heard about it. But I was like, "That's funny."
Which album was that?
It's the demos for On a Wire.
Oh, okay.
And there's some turds in there, man.
I gotta seek it out. I'm gonna go on to what's that thing that Metallica sued? What's that?
Oh, Napster?
Yeah, I'm gonna go on Napster and go try to download those.
I'm sure you can find it somewhere. There's some things where you just like, I don't know. There's some songs that just like, ugh. You know, like,
well, cool.
We were operating at that time under the kind of like, yeah, let's write like 40 songs and then we'll have 12 for the record. So
yeah. So what happens to those songs? They just get scrapped?
Mm-hmm. Sometimes they get repurposed, like parts of them. Like we're working on a song now that Jim found an old demo from like 1999 of a song that I wrote.
Shit.
And it's like, all right, this chorus is good. And so we're just keeping the chorus, and we're going to like kind of reverse engineer the rest of the song.
You're going to kind of Frankenstein a new song out of it?
Yeah.
So
I mean, sometimes you have to do that. Sometimes you can't just. Sometimes you're like, you know, the chorus is super strong and the verses are meh, or the verses are super strong and the chorus is meh, and then you just like go, well, let's have them both be awesome.
So does that mean that you have like a library of shit that you could just pull from, like Prince did and Michael Jackson did?
Not like fully thought out, no, but like demos, yeah.
So that's badass.
So
no, it's not. Most of it's crap.
It's badass that you have something like that. Like, I don't have a library like that.
I think it's badass to be that prolific. Like, I can barely write my fucking name, much less a plethora of songs.
Yeah, Steve's right-handed, but he writes his name left-handed. It's very fucking
with
weird.
My left foot.
Yeah, with his left foot. It's very fucking...
That's fucking weird.
It's weird. It is weird.
So, what do you, outside of like music and stuff like that, what do you do as far as like hobbies?
You're into kickball still?
Yeah, I don't know if I'm going to play this year.
Well, how can you not play? Aren't you on the board of directors?
I retired.
What?
I retired. It was too much fucking like scheduling and like creating the bracket for the tournament and shit, and I was just like, I don't want to do this.
It started to be work.
Yeah. It's like I thought we were just supposed to get together and drink and play kickball.
Is this here? Is that there in Lawrence?
Yeah, we have it's called the Caw Valley Kickball League. We actually have 3 kickball leagues in this town, but the cool one is the Caw Valley Kickball League, and we have 32 teams.
Holy shit,
and
man!
Play every Sunday. You're going out there? Okay. If you're ever in Lawrence on a Sunday night in the summertime, it's a trip. Because it's like, everybody gets together, they have one game that's called the Game of the Week, that's after all the other games at this park by my house. That's an old Negro Leagues baseball, like practice stadium. And there's like 600 people come out to watch a kickball game.
No shit.
That's badass. Where would somebody find this schedule? Like, if I just happen to be in in Lawrence on a Sunday.
Just look up Caw Valley Kickball.
How do you spell it?
KAW Valley Kickball.
Okay.
Cool, thanks.
Okay. So, what are you streaming right now? What movies, TV shows, Netflix? What can you turn us on to?
I've just started watching Shameless, which I had always meant to watch, never gotten around to it.
That show's fucking. It's the name of the title. Like,
the American version.
The American version, yeah. I've never seen the British one.
Yeah, me neither. But that show is fucking ruthless. I'm up to date on it all. That's one of the only shows.
I just started. I'm only on season 1. But yeah, so like that, and then I watch a lot of the like DC and Marvel stuff. I watch with my kids, and which is kind of crazy to see that kid who plays Ian on Shameless plays
the Penguin,
basically
the Joker.
The Joker,
yeah.
not the Penguin.
And it's kind of like, oh my, he's a really good actor.
That's the first place I saw him was on Gotham, and then I stumbled on him on.
Me
Oh
too.
really?
Shameless,
I did it backwards. I'm like, that. It's just weird seeing him that, and then trying to be like on a. It's not a family show, but I mean, it's just.
He's pretty fucking crazy on Gotham.
Oh,
he's really good.
Oh, okay.
Like he shows some.
It's really
range.
entertaining.
No, he's
like honestly, the only really interesting thing about that show is like
the Joker,
him, the Penguin, and the Riddler. You know what I mean? Like a lot of the other characters are kind of like, eh. You know what I mean?
Right?
Like,
Don't they have? Who's Catwoman? Is it the Smith lady?
Selena Kyle. No,
No.
she's like a little kid.
It's a kid. Yeah,
Oh, okay.
I can't remember her name.
Okay.
But yeah, so I like that. Like Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. and
Are you excited about Iron Fist?
oh, big time. Yeah, all the Netflix. Like,
I'm excited about that very much.
Daredevil, Luke Cage, Jessica Jones.
Daredevil's amazing.
Yeah.
Netflix and Amazon really know what they're fucking doing right now. They're putting out some really good shit.
I think
for the people.
even the kind of soap opera-y DC ones that are on, the CW, like Flash and Arrow and Supergirl and stuff. I'm like, it just works better in like the long form. You know what I mean? Like,
Than trying to cram it in one movie for 2 hours and then wait 3 years for another.
I thought Civil War was great, and we went and saw Logan over the weekend, and that was great. But it's like, you know, it's just hard to do it in 2 hours. You know what I mean? Like,
that's a lot of cramming. Yeah. So was it really the 96 Rotten Tomatoes? Was it really? Is it a must see?
What was
Logan?
I mean, yeah. I mean, it's a Western. You know what I mean? Like, it's like it's like an old Western with a guy who has claws in his hands. You know, it's just. It's good. It's
I'm
really
going to
good.
see it, and I'm probably going to love it. But I mean,
it's real fucking violent. It's like maybe more violent than Deadpool.
Oh shit!
Yeah, that's what I heard. I heard they fucking everybody gets spikes in the fucking head on this movie.
Yeah,
I heard it's like the
through
bloodiest.
it's like all uppercuts. Like,
ooh, hell yeah!
Yeah, I heard it's rough. Hey, have you checked out that show Lethal Weapon on Fox?
You know, I haven't.
It's really good. Like, as far as it's like for my money,
it sounds like it would be stupid.
It
but
does.
Is it good?
It does
really
sound like it
does.
would be stupid, like when they tried to do Beverly Hills Cop or whatever. But I swear, it's like all of the action from a movie in a 1 hour
Really?
show. It's probably my favorite show on
Isn't
TV.
it Damon Wayans?
Yeah, it's Damon Wayans and then I don't know, some other dude, Clayne Crawford or something like that.
Some white guy.
Yeah, the guy with the mustache and.
Yeah, I think he used to be on something like when Dallas came back or something. I don't really know what he's from, but they do a really good job. I was pretty skeptical, but
Well, I'll give it a whirl.
I love it. It's appointment TV for me. I watch it when it's on. I love it.
It's appointment TV. Oh wow.
Well, except that it's on right now.
Oh, I'm sorry. Am I keeping you?
No, not at all, man.
Fuck that.
That's what DVRs are for.
Right.
Oh, did you watch Mad Men? One of the dudes from Mad Men is on Lethal Weapon. He's pretty cool.
I've watched a little bit of Mad Men. I need to like commit. Like, I kind of like stuck my toe in it, and then I think I had to go do something else. And it's that's one that I could like watch on tour. Like I didn't watch Breaking Bad until like after it was over.
Oh really?
And then I just binged the whole thing in the van.
Yeah, you can definitely do that with that show. I didn't start watching until like the third season.
Nobody did.
Until,
Well, I watched the first season.
Really?
Like the first. My wife's laughing at me.
So
for
you
this
were one of the-
conversation. She says all I talk about in interviews is podcasts and TV show.
is it really?
It seems that way.
That's hilarious.
I'm sorry. I mean.
No, it's fine.
Well, why don't
I'm
you
into
shut
it.
up and put your wife on, and we'll just ask her some questions about you.
No, I don't think that's good.
But so you know what? Okay, just one more show. I think you need, if you haven't already, you need to check out Legion on
I
FX.
have it recorded. I haven't watched it yet.
Dude, that show is fucking berserk. Like the first
I watched. Did you watch Preacher?
Preacher. No, I didn't.
Preacher was on
AMC, right?
MC, yeah. That was really good. It's fucking weird.
That's Seth Rogen, right?
Oh, you
Yeah.
did do that. Yeah, you did. I didn't.
And the guy who plays young Howard Stark, Tony Stark's dad in the Captain America movies,
Oh, really?
plays the preacher. Yeah,
Oh, that's crazy.
he was also on. We even watched Agent Carter.
Agent Carter? Oh, that was
Yeah.
great. I really liked that.
I liked it too.
You like that show? I tried to watch like one episode, and I'm like, I don't know what the fuck's going on.
Agent Carter
I
was
just like the-
amazing. She did a great job, that whatever her name
No,
is, that lady.
she was awesome.
Well, plus
Plus, it's good
pretty
to
good
watch
looking.
like female empowered like stuff with your daughter.
Yeah, that and Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D., I think those are produced by, or executive produced by Joss Whedon, and he's real into the girl power and strong women.
Right.
Yeah, those were great shows. I was really sad when Carter got canceled.
Yeah, me too.
It was pretty funny. It was good stuff.
Well, Matt, I know I don't want to take away from your family time, so I'm gonna let you go.
Okay.
But man, you've been it's been an honor to have you on Finding STAX, and I really appreciate you even fucking answering my. It's not really a love note. I'm just kidding.
It really is a love note.
No, but I seriously, I've been a fan for fucking years, and then when I found out that you were able to do it, it was like Christmas. So I really appreciate it.
Yeah, man, no problem.
So I mean, I've been a fan for so long. I'm definitely a fan forever, and Steve Dave too. I turned them on to your music.
That's true.
It's very true. So
hey, so
Nice.
where can people find you on Twitter and Instagram and nothing to write home about?
It's all Matt Pryor songs.
Okay,
Matt Pryor songs.
Everything's Matt Pryor songs.
Yeah.
And are you
Instagram and Twitter.
Are you still doing Nothing to Write Home About, the podcast?
I haven't been for a while, just because I've been doing so many other things, and I just kind of need to take a break, because I got to a point where I never intended for it to be like
a job,
a real like a thing. I wasn't trying to be like a music journalist,
right?
You know, like I just wanted to like tell tour stories with my friends, and then people I had never met before, but like it kind of got to the point where like I was getting approached by like publicists and like talking to bands that I didn't really have anything in common with, and who were like treating me like just like a weekly newspaper, and I was just like, this sucks. So I'm taking a break for a while.
Well,
if I can ever get to the point where I'm only doing like one thing, like one band, then maybe I'll start it up again.
Yeah, this is all just fun stuff for me. It was very informal, but I mean, this is what I set out to do. Is I just wanted to chat with guys like you and comedians, directors, but you've been a great guest, so I really appreciate it.
Yeah, it gives us a chance to talk to some really cool people like you, man. Thanks a lot.
Oh yeah, no problem, man. Next time I'm in San Antonio, we should hang out.
No,
hell yeah,
definitely.
Hey, and if you know Connor Oberst, tell him to hang out with us next week.
I don't know him, but
yeah.
Good luck with that.
All right, man. Well, I really appreciate you coming on, man. So have a good one, man. And I look forward to some new music. You Get Up Kids music and your album, and maybe new Amsterdam stuff later on, or
no? That name's retired.
That tapered off. Okay. Well,
yeah, it was just kind of like it had run its course, and so it was kind of like it's kind of like retiring a jersey. It's like.
Well, we look forward to your new band, The Terrible Teens.
Oh, that was horrible.
Proceed with caution. A new Amsterdam's reference.
Right, I gotta
go. Take it easy, Matt. Go enjoy your family.
Right.
Thanks.
Have a good one. Bye.
Sorry, I didn't have the will to fight fire in the house tonight. Honestly, I couldn't see the evil that was in our home. Couldn't leave the boy alone. Tonight the words won't suffice. I'll never be at peace until you come back to me. Until you you come back to me.